My fiancé laughed. I've been sleeping with your dad for 6 months, at dinner. I said, I know. Then revealed I'd been recording everything for my mom's divorce lawyer. Dad lost $30 million and she got named in the lawsuit. I, 29 male, sat there at my parents' anniversary dinner, watching my fiancée Celeste, 27, get progressively drunker on expensive wine. My dad Richard, 52, kept refilling her glass, giving her these little looks. My mom Patricia, 50, was talking about their upcoming 30th anniversary trip to Italy. Then Celeste started giggling. That drunk, mean giggle I'd learned to recognize. This is so stupid, she slurred. This whole happy family thing. Mom paused mid-sentence. Excuse me? Celeste looked directly at me. Your son's pathetic, Patricia. Can't satisfy a woman. That's why I've been sleeping with Richard for 6 months. The silence was deafening. Mom's face went white. Dad started to speak, but Celeste wasn't done. He's so much better than your son. Richer, more experienced, actually knows what he's doing. We laugh about how clueless you both are. I took a sip of water, put down my glass, looked her dead in the eyes. I know. Celeste's drunk smile faltered. What? I've known for 4 months, since February. Dad stood up. Son, this isn't what. Sit down, Richard. Mom's voice was ice. Let him finish. I pulled out my phone. Mom, remember when you asked me to help install that new security system at the house? The one with cameras? She nodded slowly. I installed a few extra ones. In Dad's home office, his private entrance, the pool house. Dad's face went from red to gray. I have everything. Every visit. Every conversation, including the one where you two discussed hiding assets from Mom. Oh, and Celeste? Remember when you bragged about getting pregnant to secure the bag? That's recorded too. Celeste dropped her wine glass. It shattered on the marble floor. You're not actually pregnant, I continued. I know because I saw the fake pregnancy test you bought online, the one you were planning to use after the wedding. Mom stood up, perfectly calm. Jordan, did you send everything to my lawyer? 3 hours ago, Mom. Mr. Garrison says it's the most comprehensive evidence package he's ever received. See, what Celeste and Dad didn't know was that Mom had suspected something for months. She'd asked me to install cameras for security but really wanted proof. I found way more than either of us expected. Dad tried to salvage something. Patricia, honey, we can work this out. Your prenup becomes void with infidelity, Richard. I believe that's, what was it Mr. Garrison said, Jordan? 30 million in assets plus the company's shares. Dad collapsed back into his chair. Celeste was frantically texting someone. My cousin's a lawyer. You can't record people without consent. This is illegal. One-party consent state, I said. I was present for half the recordings as I live there too. The office recordings? Mom's name is on the deed. She consented. You set me up, she screeched. No, you exposed yourself. At dinner, in front of witnesses. Update 1. The entitlement has reached astronomical levels. First, Celeste tried to salvage our relationship. Genuinely thought I'd still marry her. Showed up at my apartment at 2 a.m. crying. Baby, I was drunk. I didn't mean it. Your dad manipulated me. You literally have a recording of you saying, and I quote, Jordan's so stupid, I'll take half his tech startup in the divorce while screwing his dad. That was taken out of context. The context was you were writing my father in my childhood bedroom. She switched tactics. Fine, but you owe me. 3 years together. You promised me a future. A future you were planning to destroy after getting my shares in the company. Then she dropped the bomb. I'll tell everyone you knew and did nothing that you're a cuck who watched. Go ahead. Tell everyone you were sleeping with your fiancé's father. See how that works out for your image. She left, but not before stealing my Nintendo Switch. Petty, but whatever. Then Dad tried the guilt approach. Showed up at my office with tears. Tears. Son, you destroyed our family. No, you destroyed it when you slept with my fiancée. She seduced me. I'm a victim here. My assistant was watching through the glass door, jaw dropped. Dad, I have video of you literally texting her to come over while Mom was at her book club. You don't understand, your mother and I, things haven't been good. So you sleep with my 27-year-old fiancé? She made me feel young again. You're going to feel real young paying alimony. He tried to grab my laptop. Security had to escort him out. A 52-year-old executive being dragged out by security while shouting about his ungrateful son. My coworkers are still talking about it. But the peak entitlement? Celeste's mom, Rita, called me. How dare you humiliate my daughter? She humiliated herself. You were supposed to marry her. I already paid for the venue, with my credit card, which I've disputed. She's traumatized. She had to move back home. Traumatized from sleeping with my dad? You're ruining her reputation. No one will date her now. Actions have consequences. I'll sue you for emotional damages. Get in line, behind my mom's divorce lawyer. The legal letters started rolling in. Celeste hired some ambulance chaser who sent a cease and desist about the illegal recordings. Mom's lawyer responded with a single paragraph basically saying, "Lol, no." Then Celeste did something spectacularly stupid. She started a blog, Surviving a Narcissist, My Story. She painted herself as a victim of my psychological manipulation, and my dad as another victim of my elaborate scheme. According to her, I orchestrated everything to destroy two innocent people. Problem, she used real names and made provably false claims. Mom's lawyer added defamation to the lawsuit. Update 2: Discovery phase of mom's divorce has been illuminating. Turns out, Dad and Celeste weren't just having an affair. They had a business arrangement. Dad was paying for her apartment that I thought she was splitting with roommates. Her car payments, she told me her parents helped. Her boutique she was starting, selling drop-shipped garbage. Her cousin's wedding gift, $5,000 cash. Her lips fillers, I knew they looked different. Total, $73,000 over 6 months. From my family's money. But here's where it gets insane. Celeste was keeping a spreadsheet, called it Operation Upgrade. The plan: 1. Marry me, get access to my tech startup shares. 2. Continue affair with Dad. 3. Divorce me after 2 years claiming abuse. 4. Blackmail Dad with affair evidence. 5. End up with money from both of us. She wrote, Jordan's company will IPO soon. Conservative estimate, 2 to 3 million of payout. Richard's guilt money, $500K minimum. Total score, $3.5 million by age 30. My mom's lawyer is having a field day. But wait, there's more. Dad tried to hide assets, moved $2 million to an offshore account. Problem? He did it after being served divorce papers. That's fraud. Mom's forensic accountant found it in 48 hours. Dad's now looking at criminal charges. His lawyer dropped him. Meanwhile, Celeste escalated. She called my company's investors. Told them I was mentally unstable and vindictive and they should reconsider funding. Our lead investor, Wendy, called me laughing. Your ex-fiancée just tried to tank your company because you caught her with your dad? This is better than Netflix. They didn't pull funding. They increased it. Apparently, they admired my strategic thinking under personal pressure. Then came the family drama. My dad's brother, Uncle Pete, chose sides. Team Dad. Started spreading rumors that Mom was having an affair too. That's why she entrapped Dad. Mom's response? She sued him too. Turns out, Pete's been embezzling from the family business for years. Dad knew and covered it up. The forensic accountant found that too. Pete's wife Qley called me screaming that I've destroyed the family and her kids won't have college funds now. Maybe Pete shouldn't have stolen $400,000 then. That money was promised to him. Promised? It was embezzlement, Qley. Your mom is vindictive. My mom was cheated on with my fiancé, by my dad, in our house. She hung up. Celeste, realizing the legal bills were mounting, tried a Hail Mary. She contacted my ex-girlfriend from college, Harmony, trying to get dirt on me. Harmony immediately forwarded me everything. Bro, your ex-fiancé is psycho. She offered me $1,000 for abuse stories about you. I told her the worst thing you did was forget to DVR The Bachelor once. I sent those screenshots to Mom's lawyer too. Update 3. The implosion is complete. Dad's arrest happened at his country club, during golf, with clients. The fraud charges were serious, moving assets during divorce proceedings, plus the embezzlement cover-up, plus tax evasion. Yeah, they found that too. His mugshot made the local business journal. The headline, Tech Executive's Affair Leads to Federal Charges. He called me from jail. Son, please. I need bail money. Ask Celeste, she blocked my number. Shocking. Your mother won't answer. Also shocking. You're my son, and you were sleeping with my fiancé. He got bailed out by his lawyer. New one, expensive. But the damage was done. His company forced him to resign. His reputation? Destroyed. Meanwhile, Celeste's situation got worse. Remember that boutique she started with Dad's money? She hadn't been paying taxes, or vendors, or rent because she assumed Dad would cover it. When his assets got frozen, everything collapsed. She owes $45,000. Her solution? She tried to sell the ring I gave her. Problem: it was my grandmother's ring. Mom's mother, who's still alive, and very interested in getting it back. Grandma Agnes showed up at Celeste's apartment with her lawyer. "That's my ring, dear. I loaned it to my grandson, for his future wife. You're not his wife." Celeste tried to claim it was a gift. Grandma had receipts, literal receipts, plus insurance documents showing it was a family heirloom on loan. Police got involved. Celeste had to return the ring or face theft charges. She returned it. Grandma immediately gave it back to me. For when you find someone who's not a home-wrecking trash bag, dear. The divorce proceedings have been brutal. Mom's getting the house, worth $4 million, 60% of all assets, full ownership of 3 rental properties, alimony of $15,000 a month. Dad's vintage car collection, total, about $30 million. Dad's left with his 401k and 1 condo. He's 52, jobless, and toxic in the business community. But here's the beautiful karma. Celeste got served too. She's named in the divorce as paramour, and Mom's suing her for alienation of affection. It's a real law in our state. She could owe Mom up to $500,000. Celeste's reaction? She went to Dad's condo, demanding he pay for her lawyer. Dad's new girlfriend answered the door. Yeah, he already moved on. With a 23-year-old bartender named Bambi. Celeste lost it, threw a plant at the door, got arrested for vandalism. Her mugshot's worse than Dad's. Final update: it's over, and the ending is exactly what they deserved. Dad's criminal trial was quick: fraud, tax evasion, embezzlement, conspiracy. His lawyer negotiated a plea deal: 18 months in minimum security, $2 million in fines, 5 years probation. He reports to prison next month. Bambi already left him for a crypto bro. Uncle Pete got 3 years. Qley divorced him and moved back with her parents. Celeste's legal situation is a masterpiece of karma. The alienation of affection suit, she lost. Owes Mom $350,000. Her boutique bankruptcy, investigated for fraud because she was hiding assets. The defamation from her blog, another $50,000. Tax evasion, the IRS entered the chat. She owes $23,000 in back taxes. Total debt, $468,000. At 27 years old, she tried declaring bankruptcy. Judge denied it. Alienation of affection and defamation judgments aren't dischargeable. Her solution? She started an OnlyFans. Home-wrecking hottie was her brand. It lasted 1 week. Someone, definitely not me, sent the links to her conservative parents and their church congregation. Rita called me sobbing, begging me to make it stop. I can't control the internet, Rita. You've ruined her life. She ruined her own life when she slept with my dad. She made a mistake. For 6 months? Celeste had to move back to her parents' small town. Population 2,000. Where everyone knows what she did because Rita's church prayer circle spread it as a prayer request. She's working at a gas station. Her cousin, the lawyer, disowned her after the fake pregnancy test thing came out. Last week she texted me from a new number. "I'm sorry, can we talk?" I didn't respond. She texted again. "I know you hate me, but I'm drowning, please." Still didn't respond. Final text: "You won. Are you happy?" I responded, "I didn't win anything. I just refused to lose." Blocked. As for me, Mom and I are closer than ever. We're actually in therapy together, working through the betrayal. She's dating a nice guy named Eugene who owns a bookstore and thinks this whole story is cinematically karmic. The company's doing great. We closed Series B funding. My ex Harmony is actually our new CFO, purely professional. She's happily married. I'm in therapy too. Trust issues? Yeah, you could say that. But my therapist says I handled everything remarkably well considering. Started dating someone new. Her name's Quinn. She's a forensic accountant. We met through Mom's divorce lawyer. She thinks the spreadsheet Celeste kept is the most idiotic thing she's ever seen in her career. Mom kept the house. Dad's stuff is in storage. She's turning his office into an art studio. Dad writes me letters from prison. I return them unopened. Celeste still posts on social media about being a survivor of narcissistic abuse. She gets maybe 3 likes. All from her mom's fake accounts. The last I heard through the grapevine, Dad's learning to play chess in prison. He's lost 30 pounds from stress. Celeste got fired from the gas station for stealing lottery tickets. She's being sued by 3 credit card companies. Her parents are considering kicking her out. She applied to be on a reality show about redemption. They rejected her. Mom's lawyer kept all the evidence in a file, labeled the stupidest criminals ever. He shows it to law students as an example of what not to do. The judge from Mom's divorce case? He wrote a legal blog post about it, names changed. Title, When Hubris Meets Evidence, a case study in self-destruction. To everyone asking why I waited to reveal everything, I needed them to feel safe, comfortable, arrogant enough to admit it publicly. If I'd confronted them privately, it would have been denials and lies. By letting Celeste drunkenly confess at dinner with witnesses while I had months of evidence? Irrefutable. My mom deserved justice. She got it. My dad deserved consequences. He got them. Celeste deserved nothing. That's exactly what she ended up with. Me? I learned that sometimes the best revenge isn't elaborate. It's just letting people face the natural consequences of their actions, with evidence. Lots and lots of evidence. P.S. Grandma Agnes is savage. She sent Celeste a Christmas card to her parents' house. It just said, "Hope you're enjoying small-town life. I hear the gas station is hiring." Oh wait. P.P.S. Mom's using Dad's alimony payments to fund a women's shelter. She named it Fresh Start House. The irony is delicious.